Hey guys, welcome back to Deadman Woding 2024. This is going to be your athlete briefing for the competition. We're going to go over some things, go over the workout standards and all that kind of stuff. So if you have any questions by the end of the video, comment below, send me a text or a DM. Let me know what the question is. We'll get back to you. We'll get everything figured out. But first things first, parking. All right. So parking for the event is going to be our standard parking lot, which is across the street. That side lot for the church, and all extra overflow will be going into the back lot for the church. All right, so down there in the back, so we'll have to walk up just a little bit. We're going to try to keep that road clear. It's a little bit more traffic. Plus, we will be running, so we just want to make sure all the cars are out of the way. There will be areas in front of the gym to lay your stuff down, hang out, roll out, all that kind of stuff. If you have tents or chairs, anything like that, if you want to get stuff set up outside the gym to hang out in between workouts, that is totally fine. We have a little area back behind the gym where you can set up chairs, tents, kind of hang out there if you like. All right, guys, so getting into workout 1 and 2, we know this workout's going to be 6 rounds, minute and a half on, 30 seconds off. Your first 3 rounds are going to be sandbag over the bar, and then your second 3 rounds are going to be max calories on the ergs. All right, going in order of ski, row, then bike. All right, so for workout 1, those first 3 rounds, all right, it's going to be sandbag tosses over the bar, weight 1, weight 2, weight 3. There's going to be ascending weights for those sandbags. Weight 1 is going to be worth 1 point, weight 2 is going to be worth 2 points, and weight 3 is going to be worth 3 points. All right, so getting into the sandbag over the bar. All right, exactly the way it sounds. You guys are going to be picking up that sandbag, getting it up. We're going to get it to the top of the bar and then over. All right, it can touch the bar, you can rest it on the bar, you can kind of get it on, readjust, then push it over. All of that is fine. Only thing that we cannot do is have your partner assist you while you're going through your own rep. All right, if you get to a point where we can't lift a certain sandbag, all good. Your partner can. They can come around and take up that rep for you. All right, we just can't assist with any sort of reps. So how this workout's going to go down, very similar to last year's first workout where we got in line. It was an EMOM format. As soon as that first round started, the first group, the first pairing went to the first bar this year, first sandbag. All right. I don't have enough sandbags for everybody to be going all at the same time. So it is going to be set up in stations 1, 2, 3 for your first round, then 4, 5, and 6. So you're going to be continuing on every minute and a half, moving on to your next station, next station, next station, until you get to the end, on that last one being the bike. All right, so we're all going to get every division lined up going out the door. 3, 2, 1, go. Just that first pair is going to go. All right, they're going to get on weight 1, going back and forth, bag over the bar, bag over the bar, bag over the bar, 30 seconds rest. They're going to shift over. All right, that next group is then going to move forward and then go into their first weight, while the first one's going into weight 2, so on and so forth until every team has gone through. All right, guys, so workout 3 is going to be 25 burpee deadlifts, 35 toe to ring, 25 devil presses, 35 chest to bar, going back to 25 dumbbell burpee deadlifts into that box step up, and then we're going to go into 15 wall walks. All right, so we'll go over all of the dumbbell movements first, and then we'll kind of get into some of the gymnastic stuff. So dumbbell burpee deadlift, exactly the way it sounds. We're going to be starting, first rep, dumbbell can start on the floor. We're going to be doing that burpee right there beside. All right, so chest, make sure we get all the way down to the floor. We're going to pop up and stand it up. Just make sure we're opening up those hips all the way. So if we want to finish that dumbbell inside the hip, or if we want to finish out here on the side, either way is all good. All right, going into the devil press. All right, same thing, chest touches, we pop up, taking that dumbbell from the floor up overhead. So only thing with this, want to make sure arms locked out up overhead, going right back down to the floor, getting all the way back down. All right, that last one we have is that dumbbell burpee deadlift step up. All right, so same rules applies for that first one, right? Chest touches, we pop up, we stand, we get to that box, stand up all the way, hips are open at the top, and right back down, going right back down to the next following rep. So one thing with the dumbbell, the whole workout, alternating is up to you. I'm not going to dictate how you guys alternate. You have to alternate every single rep. If you want to, go for it. If you want to do the entire workout on the same arm, go for it. All right. We're just worried about standards. So just make sure chest is touching. Make sure hips are open on that step up. Make sure the arm is locked out for that devil press. You guys are good. Alternating, totally up to you. All right, that first gymnastic movement we're gonna have in the workout is gonna be toes to ring. Exactly what it sounds, set up toe to bar, toes to ring, hanging from the rings, going from fully extended locked out position, toes in contact with that ring. So just kind of give you guys a visual. Once we're here, feet are clearing the hips, toes are touching top of the rings, right? All right, so that's going to be the RX version of that toe to ring. Scaled version is just going to be that hanging knee raise. All right, so for these, exactly what it sounds, we're going to start from a hanging position. Hips are open. You can use that kip if you like. But all we're going to do is bring those knees up past the hips and back down. So we want to make sure we're opening up all the way. So make sure we're not starting from this position, opening up all the way, bringing those knees all the way past the hips. So just make sure we're clearing those hips, getting those knees up and down. All right, so another thing with the rings, guys, they all will be up to a set height. So that will be any adjusting of the heights of the rings. These are going to be up to a set height. So if you are having troubles reaching these rings, there will be pads here for you guys to stack up and step on to make sure we can reach those rings. Make sure we don't have to jump around too much. All right, so for the next gymnastic movement we have is the chest to bar pull-up. So you're doing those prescribed, you know, all the normal stuff, right? So just make sure we are starting locked out. Use that kip, getting that chest in contact. So if you want to do a C kip, that's all good. If you want to do a butterfly kip, still want to make sure we're making that contact on every rep. So make sure it's clear contact on every single rep, and you guys will be good. If you are in the scaled version, these chest to bar pull-ups, it's going to be chin over the bar jumping pull-ups, okay? So if you need to, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we are set up at a height, wrist height, right? So just want to make sure arms are locked out, thumbs together. We're at our wrist height. From there, that's going to be our set for our pull-ups. Once you're there, we can get those hands on. We want to squat down. All we got to do is jump and pull. And we'll make sure we got a clear chin over the bar on every single rep. So we want chin over the bar, starting each rep from a locked out position. So for this last movement we have for this workout, it's going to be the wall walk. Open standards for the wall walk today for the RX and scaled. So if we're doing RX, we're going to have a 10-inch line, 10 inches from the wall. Then we're going to have that 60 and 55-inch line out in front for those hands. All right. RX, we're starting with fingertips on the line, going all the way into our palms, hitting back line. Scale, we are starting with our hands out in front. Feet go up the wall, hands clear that forward line, and then we go right back on down. So if you're doing the RX version, like I said, fingertips starting on the line. We're gonna be pushing those feet up the wall. Going all the way to the palms, to that back line. And we wanna make sure fingertips are on that line before the feet come down. Scaled, starting out in front, feet go up the wall. We take that step back behind the line, clear that line completely, going all the way back out in front before we get those toes and chest back down to the floor. All right, guys, so workout 4, we know it's gonna be the one with the barbell. We got 11-minute AMRAP. We're starting off with an 800-meter run buy-in. When you guys are coming back inside, we have an ascending ladder of hanging power cleans, front squats, shoulder overhead. Those rounds and those reps are going to be going up by 2 every single round. So your first round will be 222, 444, 666, 888, so on and so forth until those 11 minutes are done. All right. So first off, with the 800-meter run, you guys will both be set up outside. 3, 2, 1, go. There's a retaining wall right outside our door here. Everybody's going to be there. And then from there, 3, 2, 1, go. One partner is going to take off for their run. All right. That run is broken up however you guys want. So if you guys want to do a 400-meter run each, that is fine. If we want to do a 6 and a 2, or if we want to go, one partner does the entire 800-meter run, coming back inside, and then one partner comes in fresh. Like I said, totally up to you guys. However you want to split it up, all good. Just one partner needs to be running, the other's resting. So however you guys want to split up that distance, up to you guys. But We will make sure we will be outside waiting until our partner's back before we come up that ramp and get to our bar. So we can't have one partner already waiting at the bar, ready to go. We will both be outside until the 800-meter run is complete. And then we'll come inside, get to your bar, and get after the ladder. Like I said, 2, 4, 6, 8, so on and so forth until the 11 minutes are done. First movement we have is the hang power clean. So for the hang power clean, exactly the way. So all we have here is we'll make sure we're starting with that bar below the hips. So we will have to deadlift that bar up first. Once you're there, catch into the shoulders, standing up all the way. Want to make sure if you do catch at a slight squat, we still open up those hips before we get into that next repetition, okay? So just make sure fully stood up before we get into that next hang power clean. After that, we're gonna go into front squats. All right, so for those front squats, we just wanna make sure bars on the shoulders, you sit into that squat. Wanna make sure that getting those hips down past the knees, standing up all the way. So self-explanatory there, just wanna make sure we're getting to depth. We're opening up those hips all the way at the top. You guys will be good to go. That third movement in the complex is that shoulder to overhead. The one before it is that front squat. So if you guys want to thruster your last front squat into that shoulder overhead, that is fine. All right, so like I said, if we want to, going into my last front squat, if you want to go ahead and get into that first shoulder overhead, we're all good. So we just going to make sure we start on the shoulders, we finish out overhead. So if that is a push press, just the way it did, or if that's that push jerk, we want to make sure we open up all the way before we bring that bar back down. All right, guys, so for this last workout, workout 4, also for workout 3, there will be a tag box. So what I mean by that, one partner will not be in the actual lane. They'll be outside in a holding space. So while one's working, the other's resting out there in that space. So once you guys want to trade and switch, we will have to physically go up to your partner, tag them in. They'll come back in, get into wherever you left off on that ladder. All right, guys. So like I said before, if you have any questions, if I didn't answer everything you got, comment below, send me a text or DM. I'll let you know as soon as I can. But other than that, I'll see you guys Saturday.